Spring returned to Daeseong. The flowers Haewon had once loved now blanketed the fields. She sang again, quietly, as she sat weaving garlands in the garden. The day Min-jun returned, the village gathered. A wagon brought him up the hill, his leg in a brace, his face older, thinner. His eyes met his father's first. No words, just a long silence that said everything. Junho's hands trembled as he walked forward. He had once dreamed of watching his son grow strong in the fields, taking over the land with pride. Now he saw a different strength in Min-jun, forged in fire, carved from suffering. He reached for his son's hand, squeezed it tight. "I thought we lost you," Junho whispered, his voice cracking for the first time in years. Sumin rushed forward, tears streaking her cheeks, wrapping her arms around him. She held him like she never wanted to let go. "My baby, oh my baby." Taejin grinned through tears and shouted, "Hyung!" before helping him down from the wagon, his arms awkwardly holding onto the crutch. Min-jun limped slightly, his weight shifting carefully with every step. And then, from behind her mother's skirt, Haewon stepped forward, holding something in her tiny hands. A new bracelet. "I made another one. This time, stronger," she said with a quivering voice. Min-jun knelt awkwardly, painfully, and let her tie it around his wrist. He kissed her forehead and cried. For the first time in many months, the Kim family sat around the table together. The soup was warm, the air was soft. The same bowls, the same smells, but everything was different. They had survived something that could not be named, a wound that would never fully heal. That night, Min-jun couldn't sleep. The roof creaked above him, soft wind brushing against the paper windows. Taejin slept beside him, curled up as he used to when they were small. Min-jun watched his brother's chest rise and fall. "I didn't think I'd ever see this again," Min-jun whispered to the ceiling. "This room, his breathing, her cooking." He glanced down at the bracelet. "Stronger," Haewon had said. Maybe so. Maybe they all were now. In the days that followed, the family tried to settle back into life. But war does not leave quietly. Min-jun struggled with pain and with silence. Sometimes he stared off into the distance, eyes glassy. Other times he flinched at loud sounds or awoke from dreams where mud swallowed everything. Junho watched him from the fields. He wanted to help but didn't know how. One day, instead of going alone, he invited Min-jun to walk with him. "We won't do much," he said. "Just check the irrigation." Min-jun agreed. He limped slowly through the familiar rows, letting the wind touch his face. The soil beneath his feet felt alive again, not like the cold, blood-stained dirt of the front, but home. "Everything looks the same," Min-jun said. "And yet, nothing really is," Junho replied. They stood in silence for a long time. Then Junho placed his hand on Min-jun's shoulder. "You came back. That's more than most fathers can say." Min-jun nodded, his throat too tight for words. Taejin found his brother different, but he didn't treat him like glass. Instead, he asked him to help teach him how to make arrows. "Like the ones you trained with," he said. Min-jun smiled. "You never stop chasing trouble, do you?" "I chase you," Taejin said. "I always will." They built bows together in the shed. They laughed again, little by little, one arrow at a time. One rainy afternoon, Sumin found Haewon singing to the window. "What are you singing, darling?" "A song for Min-jun," she said, "so he won't be scared at night." Sumin held her daughter close and cried. So many days of silence, of waiting, had nearly broken her. But now, this small voice, this tiny thread of hope, stitched her heart together again. The seasons turned. Summer brought green fields and festivals. Autumn brought harvest and golden light. Min-jun began writing letters for other villagers, those with sons who never returned. He wrote gently, with compassion, as if by helping them find closure, he too might heal. One evening, sitting under the stars, the family gathered outside. They roasted sweet potatoes on a fire. The air was thick with the scent of pine. Haewon laid her head on Min-jun's lap. Taejin leaned against their father. Sumin hummed the lullaby she once sang when the children were small. Min-jun looked at them. His heart ached with the weight of what he had seen, but also overflowed with the miracle of what remained. "I missed this," he said aloud. "We missed you more," Sumin replied. "Promise you won't leave again?" Hae-won asked, her voice small. "I won't," Min-jun said, his voice sure. "I've had enough war. From now on I only fight to protect this. Us." They all nodded. The fire crackled, casting soft light on their faces. And as the stars watched silently above, the Kim family, once broken by war, slowly began to mend, threaded back together by love, by grief, and by the simple, sacred act of coming home. The end.